Hello, my name is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Caller X Malice, Okazaki's route. Let's go. I sent a text to Yanagi. Is there anything you want to do?
Anything?
Well, something Christmassy.
Christmassy. Why don't we go to bed?
Okazaki, slow down, please. Please? What? How did you jump directly to that?
Huh? What are you mad for?
This isn't working. He's absolutely oblivious. Look, Okazaki, I'm sorry to have to say this, but let's just put the romance on hold for now. The caller situation isn't resolved yet. I haven't had time to sort out my feelings.
Okay, got it. Sorry for trying to rush things.
Unexpectedly, Okazaki easily accepted my reasoning. I made a mental note that we needed to properly hash this out all out in conversation.
But I've expressed my feelings to you as a man. I won't wait that long, okay?
Right. In the end, the situation still felt uneasy.
So, you want to watch a DVD?
Sure, of course.
I'd recommend this one.
This? The title was written in a ghoulish font, and the quote said it was a spooktacular supreme. It was obviously a horror movie. I'm not so fond of horror films. So am I, girl. So am I. Here's a little story time about me. In freshman year of high school, I had this English teacher that made us watch the movie Science. Now, some of you may be like, but Science isn't that scary. Well, to a sensitive girl who had nightmares so easily, I had nightmares for almost a whole month with that film, and to this day, I still cringe just thinking about that. Anyway, there's a fact about me. I'd prefer something different.
Pick one then.
Then my hand stopped as I went to select another DVD. They were all horror movies. Don't you have any normal movies?
These are all normal horror movies, though. It's not like aliens from space suddenly show up.
I meant non-horror movies?
Oh, yeah. I don't have any of those. I only watch horror movies.
Why does that not surprise me with him? I preferred not to watch any of his movies, but then we'd have nothing to do. Then how about an entry-level horror movie? Please pick the least scary movie.
Oh, this one. It's more comedy than horror. I think you'll really enjoy it.
Okazaki was holding something called Au Bon de Dance. I guess that's how it said. The title sounded cute. This one looks okay. That's what I thought. But I wanted to yelp in terror when the screen filled with grotesque images and the screams of women blared from the speakers. This is super scary. It's not a normal movie at all. But according to Okazaki's standards, this was the least scary of them, so there wasn't really a point in asking him to choose another. That means I just have to sit through it nervously without saying anything, and try not to look too much. But scary is scary.
Are you okay?
Oh, I like this CG. It's cute. I slowly inched closer to Okazaki, tightly clutching a cushion. I felt that having someone's warmth next to me would help alleviate the fear. No, if you keep going that way. The scene was at an angle that showed something ominously approaching the hapless protagonist from behind. It's behind you. Don't turn around. I couldn't help but cry out. Of course, the character couldn't hear me and turned around. But nothing seemed to happen. Then, I cried out in unison with the protagonist as a zombie strangled her. I am not going to scream right now because One, my son is supposed to be going to bed. He's been fighting it lately. And two, my parents are asleep right now. So, yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm being killed or something. This is the part he finds funny?
It's fine. The next part isn't that scary.
Do you really mean that? That's just based on your scale of horror, right? This scene keeps going, doesn't it?
So you can't deal with horror films. You should have said so, but that was totally worth it.
Worth what?
Well, you were really cute. Well, I've never seen you look like you were a kid about to cry before, right? I'm happy you showed me your weak side. It's so cute, it makes me want to hug you.
Please don't joke around about that.
Why? Because you're self-conscious?
He teased me, so I answered. It's blue because I already tried to record this and I accidentally pressed the end recording button. So, yeah, it's yes. Yes. I answered honestly.
I wanted you to know about it, though. You didn't really believe me when I said that I liked you, did you? Well, it was my fault for saying it that way. I wanted you to know I was serious about you. I wanted you to know that I think you're cute, that I want to be the only one you make that face with, and I want to be the only one to hold your hand. It's not a joke. Those are my true feelings.
That's... My heart pounded loudly, and the sound from the TV seemed distant. Oh, it's a cute CG. I will say, though, even though I'm not a fan of Okazaki's route, well, not that I'm not a fan, it's more like it's not as memorable as the other routes. So if they could have made it more memorable, then yeah, it would have been fine. But he has some really good CGs, though, really cute ones.
I wanted to do this too. Only for you, okay?
My breath caught in my throat for a moment as his lips softly touched my head.
Did you hate it?
Not exactly.
Good. We can put your answer to my confession on hold, but let me have this one, okay?
All right. I think this is where I left off when I ended up accidentally, ending the recording, so yeah.
But now that I'm this close, I really do want to get even closer with you.
What?
I don't want you to hate me, so I'll stop there for now. We'll pick this up again later, okay? But I'll pout if you tease me too hard.
I thought my heart would burst. It was true that I hadn't dealt with my feelings, but when Okazaki touched me, I felt like I couldn't think straight.
Is your heart pounding?
Of course it is.
That makes me happy then. I'll be sure to make it beat faster next time. I'll keep trying to convince you next time until I'm really the most special person in your eyes. Prepare yourself.
Huh? Oh, I think that was supposed to be like her sighing, but oh well. I've already lost. I felt like such a fool for being teased like this.
Don't worry, I'll wait. I won't ignore your feelings. For me, the silly texts we send each other, eating snacks with one another, walking along while holding hands. I just want to share those little moments. Maybe this is just my ego, but I kind of feel like you feel the same way. Have I gotten the wrong idea?
No, you haven't. I do feel the same way. I looked straight into his eyes, and the answer came out naturally. With slight hesitation, Okazaki rested his head on my shoulder. He snuggled up to me like a spoiled child, and he made my heart beat faster.
I've been desperate to end it all, so I tried to enjoy each day to the fullest. If I live, then I'll be able to enjoy more things. Even though I knew that, the more my joys grew, the more meaning I thought my death would have.
Okazaki.
You've been part of my enjoyment of life too. The warm feelings I feel when I'm with you, You're amazing because you tried so hard to live. I really am selfish. You gave me so many important things, so I thought I'd have a great ending.
But not anymore?
Yeah. I don't want to let go of everything that I've managed to scoop up with these hands. I'm terrified of losing them. Before I was glad to have more important things, but now I'm afraid I might drop them.
You don't have to carry them on your own. We can collect them together. I'll support you when you're in pain, and when I'm suffering, please stay beside me.
Okay.
As Okazaki sat there, teary-eyed, I finally felt that he understood my heart. The screen turns black. Oh, chapter 6. Is this the final chapter? I think. Let me just see. Well, the chapter before the final chapter, I think. Oh, no, it is the final chapter. All right. Hi, welcome back. When we arrived in front of the office, Yoshinari was waiting for us.
Well. Oh, wait, wrong voice. Well. I can tell that you two have made up.
Yoshinari watched us, grinning from ear to ear. I realized that Okazaki and I were still holding hands. Okazaki, can you let go of my hand now?
I want to stay like this forever. Is it okay?
No, Yanagi and the others are here.
Aww.
It's fine afterwards.
Okay, but the romance talk is on hold, right?
Yeah. How would you say that? He, you? You? I don't know how you would say that. So I'm just going to move on.
Nice catch, sir. What a stud. So what base did you make it to?
Yoshinari, do you crave punishment that badly?
No, sir. Sorry. I let myself get carried away.
Honestly, we have some business with Yanagi and the others, so keep watch, okay?
Leave it to me. But I'm glad you two made up. I was really worried there.
Yeah, thanks, Yoshinari. I'm glad that you were there too.
Wait, what? Did I say something wrong? I'm glad that you were there. Okay. I just added the word too. I don't know, it just sounded weird.
Nah, don't mention it. Wait, what's with the compliment?
I'm honestly grateful to you. Thanks for always having my back.
Okazaki, you finally know how much I love you, man.
All right, enough. This is getting depressing.
I couldn't help but smile at their exchange. Okazaki had told me that he had been assigned to train new recruits after the Adonis incident 2 years ago. He must have been very reluctant, but he'd made new relationships along the way. I'm sure he cares about them. The things he'd gained that he didn't want to lose were increasing day by day.
Hey, what's with the delay? Sasuzuka's getting impatient in there.
Oh, sorry. We'll be right up. Seeing Yanagi coming down to chide us, we rushed up the stairs.
You look ready now, Hoshino.
His words snapped me back to reality, and I fortified my resolve. Yes. The way things are now, we won't be able to reach the truth the criminals want us to. Please examine the caller more thoroughly, so that we can learn more about Adonis, and find the person who did this to me. There was a short silence, and I waited for any sensations on my neck, on my neck, whatever. There was no pain, and no response from the caller. In the tense silence, Yanagi looked at both me and Sasuzuka, and nodded.
Do it, Sasuzuka.
Roger. Sasuzuka hooked his computer up to some device and started typing. Nobody said a word. The room was filled with the sound of clicking keys. After a while, Sasuzuka stopped typing, irritation plainly written on his face.
It's no use. Huh? You can't trace the source? I got cut off halfway. All I know is that they're in eastern Shinjuku. Not going to be that simple, eh? Damn, this sucks.
What happened?
They're counterattacking. Shit, they're in.
Is everything okay?
I expected this. This is a burner machine, so it's fine. But they still managed to break into my system. They've got someone pretty skilled on their side. Wow, I never thought Takadu would lose to hacking. Say that one more time to my face. Chill, man. Don't be mad because I'm right. You're only human after all. Ha! That's a lot of big talk coming from a guy who's as useless as a garden gnome. Huh? Who you calling a gnome? Settle down, you two.
Papa Yanagi, come to the rescue.
No response from the caller?
Nothing really. Maybe I was safe because we hadn't gained any critical information, or maybe because they were confident that we wouldn't get close. My feelings were a complicated mix of relief and disappointment.
It'll be harder to get any further without people and hardware from Cybercrimes Division. But Shinjuku is under quarantine. You won't be able to bring any help in. That's why this will be difficult unless we can convince Investigations HQ. Let me keep looking.
Even ruling out some locations would be helpful. Sanjo had hinted at an underground tunnel, and he tracked the signal to eastern Shinjuku. Our chances of finding Adonis's headquarters had increased with just this much elimination.
Let's call it a day for now.
Just as Yanagi called the meeting to a close...
I said they're in the middle of something. That's what I'm guessing.
We could hear a loud commotion just outside the door.
Who is this supposed to be? I don't know. You're part of the police, aren't you? Are you siding with them? Barging in without permission is barging in without permission is trespassing. Now is hardly the time for technicalities. Oh, okay, it's Morioka. Ooh, I really messed up there. Okay.
The door was thrown open with force, and I froze when I saw Morioka walk in. But Morioka paid me no mind, and his gaze settled on Yanagi.
Yanagi.
Well, I kind of did his voice. Just a little derp.
Morioka.
Morioka had a complicated expression on his face. Then he turned to me.
Lady Hoshino, you're suspected of leaking confidential intel.
What?
Your actions have been suspicious. This SP officer wouldn't tell us anything, so I'm here to question you directly.
Yoshinari?
I didn't say anything. I wouldn't betray you, sir. Investigations did call me in, but I didn't breathe a word.
Yeah, I know.
You wouldn't say anything to hurt your mission to assist Okazaki, and you stubbornly believe in Hoshino simply because he trusts her. This is why I dislike the SP. Their blind faith makes them inflexible.
He almost spat the words out, and then looked around the room.
It's not just Hoshino. Everyone here is suspected of aiding insurrection. That's a weird word. I'd like you all to come in for questioning.
Insurrection. Insurrection is the crime of attempting to overthrow the government. Aiding and abetting an insurrection by providing material or financial help is also a crime. When he says insurrection, does he mean he thinks they're part of Adonis?
Nope, I'm busy.
Oh, Sasuzuka. Morioka ignored Sasuzuka's curt reply and walked towards me.
Please wait.
Okazaki stepped in front of me.
Kei Okazaki, have you forgotten your role? You'll be punished for whatever this word is, dereliction of duty? Never heard of that word before.
I don't care, sir. I believe I'm acting in the best interests of the police.
Stand aside. My business is with Hoshino.
Commissioner, I won't betray the police. Could you give me just one day? I'll give you the evidence you need by tomorrow.
Lady?
We don't have that time. Morioka, you're a section chief.
but you came here on your own, so I'm guessing that this isn't a committee decision from HQ. I'm sure the higher-ups disagree with you. You're here to talk to us before they get here, aren't you? You mentioned criminal insurrection, but if that were the case, then you'd have an arrest warrant. You wouldn't be asking us to volunteer to come in.
Arrest warrant. An arrest warrant is issued by a judge to authorize the arrest of an individual. Unless a perpetrator is caught in the act, an arrest warrant is required to bring the criminal in. I'm going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!